Safe. We'll do that. How do we share this thing? All right. Copy that link. I'm resuming my live. Okay. It's been a long day. A lot of yard work. It's hot. Sprinklers on because I had to manually turn it on because I accidentally had it pointing at my house. Let's see. Right over there. See? See that? See? Yeah. So now my house is wet. Haven't gotten to do a video in a long time. I've been busy. I don't know what that noise is. I had to help my neighbor out because she lost her phone. Help my father-in-law out because, yeah, the new dog has been a whirlwind. It has been a whirlwind. I can't even see what's going on there. But anyways, let's do what you guys all came here for. I want a beer. We all want a beer. And I found this beer. If you guys are joining me from the craft computing chat, the Discord, shout out to those guys. The Ninkasi. Can we see this here? Ninkasi Megalodon Citrus. Juicy Citrus. 10% IPA. Triple IPA. $3 a can, people. Let's listen. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, man, I can. That smells like orange peel. Wow, that's really good. Yeah. Whoa. That's a wonderful aroma. I don't know if it's just the sense of having grass all over me and weed whacking all day and mowing, but my goodness. That is orange peel zest. Like, I think they actually probably put, like, orange oils extract in there. That's how much this smells like. All right, anyone. Let's do, what is it? Dave Portnoy. One drink, everybody knows the rules. Mm. Mm. Okay. Okay, there's something going on here. That's weird because, okay, anyone that knows from the Pacific Northwest, the Megalodon is a big, bitey Northwest IPA. I mean, it's hop central forward with a decent malt backbone. And it's a big beer. If you are a haze bro, you're probably not going to like it. But if you're a traditional Northwest Classic IPA who likes that bitter grass note taste, it's great. This is right in between the two. I think this is them trying to merge that juice bomb Northwest Classic IPA because the aromatics are just as juicy, citrusy as, say, like Ghost of the Machine, Heady Topper, a lot of those big juice bombs, the Julius. It's like that. You get that big just juice. Oh my gosh, it smells like I just cracked open a fresh orange and I'm peeling it. Hey, the sun's getting behind a cloud. Now you can see me and I can see you. That's great. Cheers, Circuit Rewind. Oh, I can finally see comments. Cool. Shout out in the chat if anyone's in there. Give it a go. But back to the beer review. 10%. You don't taste the ABV, but I think what they're trying to go with is a blend of that juicy citrus IPA and the big malty, hoppy backbone of the traditional Megalodon. That's what this really tastes like. This really tastes like a tamed Megalodon with really great, fantastic aromatics. Like, I love the aromatics on this. It's one of the best natural smelling fruit smells I've ever had in a beer. It smells like I just cracked open. It's like if I got Poo-Pourri and sprayed it and it was the Citra blend for Poo-Pourri. And that's what my toilet now smells like. But that's the thing. I want to hide the stank. And this hides the stank. And I don't know if that's a great description. But whatever, who cares, right? You don't taste the ABV. You don't taste any of that. This is great. $3 for a 10% triple IPA. I can't. My gazebo here, if you guys. I mean a gazebo. Oh wait, there's a. Oh, there's a. What is it? Yellow jacket or not yellow jacket. Hornet's nest up there. I'm gonna take care of that. Anyways, there's that. I know I haven't posted in a while. I have been busy. I am sorry. Life happens, right? Everyone knows that. Holy crap, 24 people watching. Jeez Louise, who's watching this? This is horrible. Who would watch this? Yeah. But, yeah. Hey, you guys want to take a look? All right, let's go take a tour of the yard work, right? You see my fancy lights I put in the gazebo? You like that? We all know it's for my wife. That's why. Check out my flowers. And there's the sprinkler. Yep. There's the table and chairs where I drink a lot. The trees. Ooh, look at the trees. Actually, I really like that maple tree. It's a really cool maple. I'm getting wet. Getting wet. Our plum trees, which, when we moved in here, we found bottles of plum wine, and I still have them. Oh, let me go see if I can find them. Hey, you guys want to check out my, since I'm doing a quick tour, I don't think I've ever shown this in a long while, my beer fridge. Let's go check out the beer fridge. Oh, I went from 25 to 8 people. Holy cow. 25 to 8 people. Here's the beer fridge. Me pouring my heart out and everyone drops out all of a sudden. There's just all the beer, all the wax. Hundreds of dollars of grass soda, but that's all Anchorage. It just goes back forever. It starts leaking it up into here. And there's some barrel-aged Bourbon County. Got some juice on top of the rows of Bigfoot and Waldo's. Soda down there for the kid. Yep. You know, one of the things too. Oh, VGI, VR said hi, hi. Matt, hi. How are you guys doing? Everyone always wonders, like, oh, my studio, what does it look like? Here's the rubbish bin I've been working on. I trimmed a bush a little too much. Whatever. Anyways, this whole shed here is where I do all the reviews. What does it look like? It's a mess. It's a complete and horrible mess. As you can see. Check it out. And see, look, that's what the studio actually looks like. Let's see. Let's go in here. There we go. There we go. See, there's the actual studio, and it's amazing what camera angles can do to make something look good. And then there's my drum set, my guitars, and then that's where I do craft computing, talking heads, my bar sign. I used to own a tap room, Capital Tap Room, shout out, downtown Salem. Yeah, it's the old chairs I did. You can probably see that in my profile picture when I did my beer diet. Oh. You know what's funny is I did all the yard work at my house today, and what a lot of people don't know is I actually own a farm. I own a 15-acre farm on top of this, and but my in-laws live there, and so we help my in-laws out with that in the house, and it's been a wonderful blessing. However, I can't do yard work, so I got to do the yard work. So tomorrow we're going back to doing more yard work, and that's kind of what has been taking up my weekends, and filming time and editing time is my physical job has been very, very demanding. And oh, I never took you for the rest of the way. Um, and stuff out there has just been. Oh, there we go. Okay, I thought we lost it. My Wi-Fi cut out. I went to the one spot in my house that I don't have my Wi-Fi. The range, oh my gosh, missed my sprinkler spot again. Anyways, gotta go fix that. You know, I'm gonna go chill out in my chill patio, which is covered in leaves and everything. That's the other part of the backyard, kids' play structure. Anyways, let's go back to this, and then we can chill out together. There we go. But yeah, it's just been a lot recently, and I haven't gotten to talk to people or post. It's not that I don't have the biggest community, but I still love the community I have. And I like doing this. I like posting. I like doing videos of beer reviews. People ask why I always started this channel. And honestly, oh, hey, check it. There's a hummingbird just floating. I don't know if you guys can see that. We actually get a lot of hummingbirds here, and they battle all the time. Like they fight. Have you ever heard a hummingbird fight another hummingbird? It's weird. Anyways, people ask why I started this channel, and it was because I used to own a tap room. And that's where, if you're ever part of the craft computing community, you will know this story. But I will say it again for everyone else that doesn't know it. That's where that started. And his tech channel, I had a 3-story, 36 tap, 32 plus 4 homebrew taps, so 36 taps, tap room. And I owned that for a number of years, but had to close it down for reasons. We won't get into that part yet. But the communication and talking to people about beer was so fun. And my tap room was known for having the weirdest, oddest, most unique beers in Salem. Like, we had brewery owners come and have their monthly meetings at our tap room instead of their own brewery, because they wanted to try what was weird and different, and so they could discuss whether they should have something like that at their brewery. Shout out to Vagabond and Sandy Ann Brewing. Also Ratchet too. So there's that. Hang on. All right, am I back? All right. Well, whatever. Well, and there we go. I just lost all of my my viewers. Let's see if I can get any of them back. The thing is, as soon as I do that, does it matter? I don't think it matters. Whatever. How many were here? At peak 28 were here. My neighbor, no, she needed help. So she lost her phone, and then she said she wasn't feeling very good. So that was earlier today. So that's why I picked up the phone when she called. Then it was just an accidental call. But because of that, that's why I had to end the conversation or the live early, because yeah, she might have needed help. So yeah. Where was I? I was talking about like tap. Oh yeah, I was talking about my tap room days, and saying the reason I started this channel
even though now it's just Aaron listening in, but was basically that I really enjoyed having talking to people about beers, and the great part about my location was that it was right next to a theater, like a live event theater, so we got a lot of cool traffic from that. But the thing I trained my staff on, and no other bar in town did this, or they thought about this, was that to wave to people just walking by from behind the bar, and they could see them. And it was just literally just wave at them, and people would come in because it is a friendly invitation. And then people say, like, well, what is this place? Why'd you wave at me? It's like, oh, we're just saying hi, and we're just trying to be friendly. And with that little bit caused them to come in, and the people that came in were like, well, we're not usually interested in beer. And then that started the conversation with us and my staff, of because I trained them, of, well, that's great because we're not a normal beer place and we have weird beers. And then they were like, well, what's a weird beer? And then that started a conversation that kept going into something else. um, we had sour beers. We were some of the first places to have sour beers, wheat beers, beet beers, vegetable beers. We did a lot of ciders. We did meads. We were one of the first places to do mead on tap. But we also had wine, and let me tell my. There we go. And a nice, decent bar menu. And what I liked about our bar menu was that I kept it very simple, but yet like junk food, home food, comfort food, junk comfort food. I was the only place in downtown Salem that had spicy mozzarella sticks. I made a what is it? What is it called? The smashed steak for breakfast. Salisbury steak, not Salisbury steak. That's Salisbury. Oh my gosh. Anyway, chicken. Oh, sorry, chicken fried steak. But I made a chicken fried steak sandwich. I was the only one to do a chicken fried steak sandwich. We did, the traditional French fries. We did a pastrami Reuben, which was really popular. Our chicken strips were really popular, but I also made my own seasoning for the French fries, which I'm not going to tell the seasoning that we put on there, but people really like the seasoning. How did you get a girlfriend? Okay, so prior to all of this, and that's not a girlfriend, I'm married now, uh, with my wife, 20, oh, coming up 20 years, 21 years actually. Our relationship's able to drink. I was in a band. That's why. I was in a band, and this is early 2000s. And so we did a lot of rock music locally. We are actually, I wouldn't say like big or anything, but we honestly we had a pretty good early run. We were only around for about a year and a half, 2 years. But within that, we got our songs. We got 3 songs played on the local radio station, so that was pretty cool. And we had the third largest college in Oregon. We headlined one of their events, so that was fun. So it wasn't like we were huge or anything. I'm not trying to brag. It was just like, oh, okay, we had a pretty good run, and it was fun. We were semi popular. We only released one album type of thing. It was a 9 song, 6 song album with 3 B tracks type thing that were unfinished. So nothing big. But basically met my wife via online slash band stuff, and therefore, and then she also was really into rock music. So yeah, chicken fried steak sandwich is a very similar. No, no, it's not. No, no, because my chicken fried steak sandwich was the bread in between. There's that hummingbird again. It's getting really close. Oh, it landed. Huh. The chicken fried steak had 2 pieces of garlic bread as its breading. So we had garlic bread as its breading, then the sauce and the chicken fried steak patty in between, which was the size of a hamburger bun. And that's what we used, and came with our it wasn't spicy, it was paprika, smoked paprika, parmesan garlic fries. So Aaron, I don't know if you ever came to it, but I think we ended up finding someone posted an old YouTube video of one of our concerts, and it was like lost, and then someone like 2 years ago sent it to me and was like, "Is this you?" And I was like, "Oh yeah," and I had like hair down to my shoulder blades, like down to here, and I was the drummer, and I was shirtless. I was like, "Oh yeah, that was me." um, oh, the two hummingbirds were fighting. I've never again. Hang on. All right, I don't know if you. I will keep talking, but if you can see it, they're about to battle. These are two male hummingbirds. One's actually perched. That's the longest I've ever seen a hummingbird perched. Anyways, so the weird things I have at my property. Hummingbird battles. Anyways, Aaron, congratulations. Was it 200 and 2,500 check-ins on Untappd? Congratulations, sir. There we go. I have stopped checking on Untappd because it was so taking up so much time of my life. About three years ago when I did the beer diet, and it was so many beers I just couldn't keep up with it. And so I am about, I don't know, 2,000 beers behind. I'm already at like still currently at 5,000 beers. There's this guy on Instagram who I don't know how he has it. I really don't know how he has it. Over 100,000, I think it's like 150,000 subs. And he claims to have, he's like, "Oh, I'm so and so, and I have 2,000 check-ins on Untappd, so you can trust my beer reviews." And I'm like, "Fool, I have 3 times as many as you, and your opinion is horrible." It's like, he blocked me. So, whatever. I like my beer memes. That's fun. Hey, all right. So everyone, 20. Yeah, no, it's distinct. Oh, total. All right, hang on. Let me. Can I? I wonder if I can. I can't. I can't. So it's. Yeah, I know. I can't do anything on my phone to check anything without that. This is so dumb. And then I lose viewers. I already lost 3 viewers. Great. Anyways, I think I'm on like 5,300 individual check-ins. I know I'm like way above that. I'm probably about 2,000 to 25. I'm probably around 7,000 technically. I have all the pictures to check the beers in. And then I'll probably like cut this live into a 2-minute short thanks to ChatGPT. I don't know. I think I just wanted to like go live and complain about, or not complain. I'm not complaining. Just talk. Man, my apple tree needs trimmed. Check this out. My apple tree. It's my apple tree and my peach tree. I brought this peach tree back to life. It was dead 3 years ago, and this year it produced over 30 peaches. So I'm very pleased with that. If you don't know, seeded fruits need copper. So if you have a seeded fruit tree, that's plum, peach, nectarine, any of that type of stuff, or what is that? That's rock fruit.
Rockseed, something like that. It needs liquid copper sprayed once a year to keep the bacteria away. And lots and lots, and I mean lots of water, way more than apples, about twice as much as apples. But that will produce you a nice, good, juicy tree. And so I'm hoping for next year even a bigger yield. This year I will have to actually, though, I don't know, because I think this year I'm going to trim all of these back very heavily and see what happens. But yeah, so fun times. Oh, okay. So I have 68,056, and I would say right now, I know distinctively I have at least 2,000. Okay, I'll go with 1,000. Realistically, let's go with 1,000. I have at least 1,000 I have not checked in over the course of 3 years because I've just stopped checking in. I don't stop taking pictures of the beers. I've just stopped checking them in because I find the aspect of when you're socially drinking and with friends and then taking a picture and then being, hang on, it's like, I got to go and comment and blah, 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 this. That's a distraction. And that became very annoying to me over time. And so that's basically why I stopped. And yeah, actually, there was a couple of brewery owners who said, and that's also why I stopped reviewing and putting marks on them, because it was just like, when I do it, I just don't have time. I just want to know that I've had this before. And that's how I know I haven't had this citrus Ninkasi triple IPA Megalodon. Fantastic. It tastes orange citrus oils. The aromatics are probably a 10. Flavor, let's go with, I'm going to go blue because I want to get some sun. Flavor, aromatics 10. Flavor, 7.5. So as far as Untappd, 3.75 is what it would be. Yeah, 3.75 on Untappd. That's what I'd give it. All right, let's see. Nope, I don't like that view. Nope, I don't like that. Let's go in the shed. Let's go do the live within the studio. And you guys like my edge job there? Look at that. Yep. Nope, not my greatest, but look at this. More plums. Just keep falling all the time. Plum trees. I love fruit trees, but my gosh, picking them up and cleaning them is a pain in my butt. Luke, what's going on, bro? What is going on? This is my wife's studio. If you, honestly, I would plug my wife's channel, but if you have a wife, you're going to hate me because you're going to buy all of her decor. But Elegant Living Homes, she is a home decor expert. I am telling you, this is all, it's basically QVC, but on like Facebook and Instagram and all the other social media platforms, blah, blah, blah. But, gosh, she's really good at it. She is. All right, there we go. Back in the studio. Can I? Oh my gosh. It almost. There we go. It's actually hanging on a keg. Hang on, also. So this is what's my mini kegerator. I'm gonna hook my phone up. Hang on, stay. Oh, there it is. It worked. All right. See? See? Now it's official. It's an official Epsom Brews Live. It looks just like the real thing, except the lights aren't on because it's hot in here and I don't want the lights on. Yes, I would not. There goes half of your paycheck. Yeah, no. Jim, hey, nice. Yep, nice to see you. Actually, it's not too bad in here. Unfortunately, summertime's also very, very hard to shoot in here. I have insulated the studio and it's semi-soundproofed, but even then, with the portable air conditioner, it gets kind of warm in here and it can blow. I think my fuse box in here, I need to replace the breaker. It's been blowing recently because I think it's just getting so hot. And oh yeah, I see a product. Here, hang on, I gotta go show you a review. So even this, so like again, I've said I have content I'm supposed to be putting out. I'm just busy and then I get tired. So this was a sponsored review. I had to do this product, right? And then there was this product I need to go and review. This is a no spill beer glass. It promises not to spill. It works 75% of the time, which is an interesting concept, but it's plastic. So that's the thing, and it doesn't work on textured counters. So this review is coming out hopefully soon if I have enough time. It's just, man, I want to get back to reviews because this is really fun. And you know what? Shooting the reviews and shooting the videos is not hard. It's editing. Editing. People don't know that about YouTubers and everything. Editing is the hardest part. And then posting, you're like, oh my gosh, I just can't wait to post it. And then you actually have to wait for the algorithm and when to post it and blah, blah, blah. Me, I'm just like, screw that. Post. I'm done with it. I don't want to have to think about it. And then that's probably why I'm only at like 5,000 subs. Yeah, thank you, Luke. Thank you for liking my setup. Literally, hey, check this out. It's just me and my junky shed. You know, it's I got a drum set, a computer, a liquor cabinet, some lounge chairs, my guitars, there's my glassware, some sound foam so things don't bounce off. Got my man cave TV and my stone brewing fridge, so I have that. And yeah, that's my setup. Usually I have my Sony camera and yeah, it is a total man cave when it's cool. I actually like coming in here wintertime. It stays very warm in here wintertime with the insulation. I have a electric fireplace heater, but it has that ambient and it looks super cool. I love watching movies in here. I got one of those wireless 2.1 surround sound bars with my TV, and then I will come in here late at night after the family tucks in, and I will crank it and piss my neighbors off because my little 8-inch subwoofer will bump hard enough to annoy them, but not my family, because I'm just far enough away in the property. So, yeah. I might actually have to do a full review on this because it's really growing on me how much I actually like this. It's not orange. I think it's called Tangelo. It's tangerine and orange. Or like what are those cuties? More like cuties, which is So this is the Ninkasi Citrus Triple IPA, which is their citrus version of their Megalodon. It is a 10% Northwest IPA, but this version right here is their juicy citrus one, which the aromatics on it are so amazing. If you like peeling an orange and you have that zest come into your nose, the aromatics, I'm drinking this whole can and it still smells like poopery orange citrus zest. I know that sounds weird because I said poopery, but my gosh, if something had had the smell of your farts and poop and still smells citrusy good, that's a good thing. It's so good. Flavor 3.75 out of 4. Megalodon is a big, bold, the standard Megalodon is a big, bold Northwest triple 10% IPA. and it tastes like grass and dark sweet malt. And you have to really like that style of IPAs, that big boldness. It's a very popular Northwest thing. The hazy and the juicy stuff is really coming out and starting to take over, but it's a very classic thing that people in the early 2000s, I'd say 2010 and under, really appreciated with the IPAs. And now that when people like that, they have beards and you get that bitter beer face. But this is the juicy citric version of that beer. And I believe it's trying to combine the two to where it's citrusy flavored or citrusy aromatic and a balance in flavor of the two. It's not overly sweet. The very first flavor that you taste is that traditional Megalodon, bittering, slightly grassy. It tastes more like a fresh cut grass at the very beginning. The malt isn't as sweet / burnt as the traditional Megalodon, but then that citrusy, aromatic, and juiciness cuts in at the back end, and it really cuts. But you have to remember, this is a 10% beer, and it comes in at $3 to $3.50 a can, depending on what grocery store you're at, for almost 20 ounces. You can't really beat that. That's hard to beat, and that's why Ninkasi and these imperial IPAs that Oregon has been producing is just like mind-blowing, because it's not the greatest beer in the world, but it's like, for the price and the way things are going right now, you're just like, my gosh, this is just an affordable one can and I'm done for the night. And so therefore, I just need to buy one of these, or I buy a 12-pack or whatever. That's 12 days of fun. That's 12 days of goodness. So, yeah, I love these IPAs. Type that PS2. Beer from Hug IPA. Hug? Where's Hug out of? Hug. I would look up on my phone, but every time I try to look up something, you mean Hub? Bear Hug. Never heard of that. Where are they from? Oh, Texas. It's very hard to find Texas beers in Oregon. Actually, the most famous Texas beer we get is Martin House. They're kind of hard to even, and Martin House doesn't like me. I love Martin House, and I praise them for everything they are about, but Martin House doesn't like my honest reviews because they are weird even for me. And I praise them for being that weird, but I just can't stand the flavor of their hot dog water, their pickle seltzer, their mustard beers. But my gosh, they're the best at what they do in the nation. They're the best. So, you ever had any Martin House beers? I'd love to see if you've had any Martin House beers. So, you can see plenty of Martin House beers from. Yeah, exactly. We did plenty of Martin House reviews on this show. I was in contact with one of their distributors, and the brewery then said they had to stop talking to me because they were supplying me with some of the limited release stuff, and they were saying that I was giving them bad reviews, and it wasn't that it was bad. I was just saying, like, I personally don't like the flavor, but the beer itself, or the seltzer, was amazing. In like, they're hitting the mark on what they are saying the flavor is, but I just don't like the flavor. But they're hitting it. It's like, if you like that, oh my gosh, it's mind blowing. But they just hated the fact that I said I disliked it. So, hot dog, water, and pickle. You know what wasn't bad? Was they did the hot dog, and my brother Steve, we have a video of this. Oh no, it didn't turn out. But we did the hot dog one and the mustard one. But we combined the hot dog water seltzer with their mustard beer, and it literally tasted like a McDonald's or Burger King cheeseburger. It like in liquid form without blending it to be disgusting and chunky. It had all the perfect flavors, and it was the most mind-blowing. Like, I actually like this. This tastes like summer ballpark, going out with your family, thinking of baseball. It was the most amazing thing ever. But we like hated it and loved it at the same time. And they hate that type of review of like, oh, this is disgusting flavor because it's a beer that tastes like food. But it's amazing that they were actually able to get it so accurate. So, don't know. Yeah, it's really they are really good. We even had a blind. I had a video. It's pretty recent, about like three or 4 months ago. A blind taste test of how accurate Martin House does their flavoring, to where I had 3 of my friends and a 4th filming as a bipartisan person. We had to guess just the flavoring on top of their pickle beers of what was the additional flavor, and we got 3 out of 4, I think, consistently, of like, oh, this is what they're going to. That's how accurate they were, and that was the point of the video, and they didn't take too kindly to it, but the point of the video was how accurate and good they are at this. When a brewery says something tastes like so and so in the description, and how many times you go to a bottle shop and then you see a cool can and then you read the description, oh, this has notes of almond, coconut, bourbon, blah 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 blah, and then you crack it open and you're like, that tastes nothing like it. The point of that video was that Martin House is so good at giving you the description. When they say this tastes like X, it really does taste like X. A purple monkey on the can. The purple, that's not, oh gosh, no, it's Treehouse, no. I don't think Martin House did the purple monkey one. Oh gosh, I did a video on them too. They sent me beers. I forget, but I don't think it's Martin House that does the monkey beers. So, anyways. Luke, yeah. We got 7 people. All right, so I have 7 people watching. The hot dog water and pickles sounds terrible. It was not terrible if you like mustard tasting hot dogs, but it tasted like mustard tasting hot dogs. So if you don't like that, yeah, it tasted horrible. But if you do like that, which a lot of people do, it did taste exactly like that. And I had to give that props. I'm not going to be dishonest about it. So, victory. Victory. Thank you. Sour Monkey. Yeah, the whole Sour Monkey patch. Thank you. Victory. Yeah, they do the monkey stuff. All right. Actually, I didn't do this. I have a whole Martin House series of Halloween seltzers. And what I appreciate, again, too, is they did a blind. You don't know what flavor of seltzers they are. And one's bad, one's a trick, and 3 are a treat. And so it's for Halloween. And so there's 3 candy flavors and 1 trick flavor. And so, but they don't tell you what the flavors are in the variety pack. Again, I like that type of stuff. I think people like knowing that type of stuff. And that's why I do the things I do. And I want to emphasize those breweries. I honestly think there's a fun way of introducing alcohol to people. And I'm not saying alcohol or drinking, but just we're all adults. And we just like adult things. But we still, I think the concept of an adult losing their childhood funness is bad. And this brings that back. Now, Bud Light Lime and Bud Light Orange, that's not what I'm talking about. That's just stupid and horrible, because anyone that drinks Bud Light, that's just, I'm sorry, don't watch this channel. No, I don't care. If you want to learn about how to bump up your Bud Light, I got a video for that. Go watch that. But you know what I'm talking about. It's just we're appreciating things with different flavors. I don't care if you like Bud Light, Budweiser, Coors, Banquet. I actually did a video of the best domestic, and Bud was the worst. But you know what came out? Pabst was like second. I think it was Coors Banquet was number one. So there, and it was all blind. It's a pretty popular video. Check that out. I'm wanting to do a light version too, and a seltzer version, and a bunch of other versions. Again, been busy. Sorry, guys. I have really cool ideas. It actually is slightly depressing to me that I'm letting even the people that watch my videos, which I'm not like this Mr. Beast, billions and millions of subs, but the people that do watch, I feel bad of just like I am letting them down for not posting enough, and I feel that comes in through my videos of even just the idea of, I think people can feel I'm phoning it in because I just need to get through things, and I need to get content out because of the stupid algorithm. And I'm not in here to make money. I'm here actually more just to make friends and be posting stuff. So I just want to post my opinion. The people that like it, the people that like it, and the people who want to follow, it's great. I'm just a friend. You ever have one of those friends that you haven't contacted for a few months, and then the moment you talk to them again, you are transported back to where you were? That's what I want my channel to be, and I've always been. It's just like, hey, you haven't been around for a while. That's fine. I don't care. Or I haven't posted for a while. Unfortunately, the algorithm doesn't work that way, but I don't care about the algorithm. I'm here for the people that want to be here. So, yeah. I love non-alcoholic beers. I think it's getting a little out of hand, personally, but I do love non-alcoholic beers. I think they have transformed so tremendously. Athletic is the top dog. Athletic Brewing is the top dog as far as your variety of what you want. Now, there are individual categories within that they fail at, but as the largest of like, hey, we are the biggest one and all of our beers are pretty good, yep, they're the biggest ones. Best non-alcoholic stout is going to be your Guinness and Speedway non-alcoholic stout. Unfortunately, though, Guinness is very affordable. Speedway stout is not, but it's the best non-alcoholic stout that I've ever had. Athletic has the best non-IPA I've ever had. And I'm going to say this, and it sounds bad, but Budweiser Zero isn't bad. It's not horrible. For a non-alcoholic beer, it's not bad. There are better out there. Athletics Cerveza. Their Amber Cerveza is excellent as a non-alcoholic. Corona, now here's a twist. There's a Corona, which one was it? It tasted better in the bottle. Yes, yeah, Corona Zero in the bottle is 1,000% better than Corona Zero in the can. Again, this comes back to the discussion, glass versus can. Whether it's alcoholic or not, I'm telling you, glass matters, and it does matter. It does just taste different. Even the feeling in your hand, that is a perception in your brain, a perception in your flavor. Your brain will then think something tastes better just from perspective. It's a proven science. That's why top chefs make plates look good. And the food can be crap, but they'll make it look good, and then therefore you think it tastes good. And everyone thinks that beer in a glass bottle is fancier. And again, whatever, but it just tastes better. That commercialism have trained us to think that the ice cold glass coming out of the chiller with it dripping and glistening, even though it's glycerine on it, um, but that affects our minds and it tastes better, and it really does. It just affects our mind, even though it's actually worse for beer. A can is actually better for beer, but a glass bottle touching our lips, the thick insulation of that glass for that first sip is so delicious, and then we forgive the rest of it warming up so fast and tasting like shit. Sorry, but whatever. It just what it is. But that first sip, and then that's our first impression of the beer, and that's all we remember. And we're like, oh, it hydrated us. It tasted good. We are so happy. Because what do we usually have a beer for? A refreshing beverage from doing something. Mowing the lawn, doing yard work, playing at the beach with our friends, doing something. And especially if it's non-alcoholic, we're probably doing something like using a motor vehicle, like a boat or a car or something, and it's getting hot and we're sweating and we're just wanting something to refresh ourselves, and that first sip of something cold is all that we remember. We don't remember the midpoint to bottom part. We're like, screw that, that could taste horrible. But it's the first part that made us feel refreshed. And if it tastes 75% as good as the alcoholic version that we remember when we just sit at our lawn and we can chill and then therefore drink and get a little buzz, that's great. And that tricks our brain into thinking we are relaxed. So, anyways, it wasn't Corona, Heineken Zero is better in a bottle than in a can. Sorry, not Corona. I actually have not done a review on the Corona Zero. Heineken Zero in a bottle is way better than Heineken in a can. Why do you review on Ultra Zero beers? What is your opinion? What do you mean by Ultra Zero? You mean like 0.0? Because there's only a very few that do 0.0. The non-alcoholic community or the United States states that anything below 0.5 is technically non-alcoholic. And the reason they state that is once you even open a orange juice and have it open for more than a week, there is 0.04 or 0.4% alcohol in that if you even left it out for a little bit. And so there's alcohol within even juices and sugary drinks that have been left out. So theoretically, it's still non-alcoholic. That's what it's talking about. Now, the ultra non-alcoholic, there's so much preservatives. So, as far as I know, there's only two mainstream ones, and that is the Corona, the Heineken 0.0 and the Budweiser 0.0 that claim to be 100% non-alcoholic. Both are decent tasting. Again, I prefer the Heineken over the Bud. The Budweiser has a bit of a tinny taste, but Budweiser in general, for me, has a bit of a tinny taste. Yeah. So, it is what it is. Michelob Ultra Zero. I've never had the Michelob Ultra Zero one, but I assume it's pretty much the same thing. I assume what they're probably trying to do is it's not the Michelob Light flavor it's the Michelob Ultra beer flavor, but non-alcoholic, and so that's what they're trying to say. It's 0.0. I would be curious. Go look up if it actually is 0.0 or 0.543, whatever it is. I would actually go do that and check that out. Telling you, as far as a beer, $3, almost 20 ounces, 10%. why would you want to have a non-alcoholic beer? Actually, I did a video of how to transform any beer into a non-alcoholic beer. My result came out great because all you have to do is actually it's a low simmer boil for 20 minutes, depending upon your alcohol level. But 20 minutes at a low simmer will do you. But you have to have the ability to recarbonate it. I have a gas. The time I did the video, I had a brand new gas fire stove top, and I wasn't very in tune with the temperature and how to do things, so it burnt the caramels a bit, so it ended up being a little bit darker color. The concept is still there, but what I want to do is how to transform a non-alcoholic barrel-aged stout or barrel-aged beer into being non-alcoholic, because that's what the big rich beers are. People really love, say, for stout beers, that's the hardest thing to get in beer, is the richness, the viscosity, the sweetness, and everything about I've ever had with non-alcoholic beers it's an IPA or a lager. And so therefore it's slight malt based, and you can kind of tell that it's okay, this is non-alcoholic because of the body consistency. However, a barrel-aged beer has this viscosity to it, and it's already thick. It's got leggings to it, but no one's ever done a non-alcoholic barrel-aged beer or the flavoring of that. Why not? Well, one, it's very expensive. It's probably not going to be a return failure value. But if you could do it at home and still retain, let's go with 85% of the flavor profile of a decent barrel-aged beer, let it be non-alcoholic, and it only takes about 20 minutes of your time, that's not a bad return. And I think it's possible. I've tried stuff that's kind of worked. It needs to be tweaked. But again, all these videos in my idea, and no one else is doing it. I don't like the videos of people sitting at chairs and reviewing just thousands of different beers, and they're pumping out 5 videos of a day at like 200 views a video. I don't want to do that. I could. I drink enough for that, but I don't. I find that I've already found the beers that I like drinking, so it's going to be the same damn review over and over again. So why do you want to watch that? I don't want to watch that. I wish you can get a Portland-style craft delivered to me. In Texas, you can order alcohol and have it delivered. You can. So, what you can do for that, there's a company called Tavor. It's an online nationwide distributor, and what they do is they will get your zip code, and they will offer you beers that are not available in your zip code, that are rare beers. And there are plenty of Washington and Oregon breweries that are still on there. Every now and then it leaks through that you get it because they're rare or something like that, because they want to pump it. But they will not offer you as many, say, Texas beers, and they will offer you more East Coast or West Coast. You're obviously mid. So you might want to check out Tavor. If you want to check out, also you'll get, I believe I have a $10 off code, at Hops and Brews, and you can get $10 off your first order. I really love Tavor. 90% of all the beers you see on this show are from Tavor. Tavor has even given me free beers to review. They are fantastic. I love their company. They've never done me wrong. $15 shipping flat rate. You can have 300 beers or 9 beers. Still $15. It's a flat rate shipping, no matter what you have. So I love that. And if you have a crate and you're like, hey, save this, they put your beers in the fridge to save. And they expect you to understand that, hey, this beer could expire, but they give you a warning. If you want to extend that time to ship, that's fine. They'll do that. And you can extend the shipping date every week. In fact, I just did it yesterday because I had a pre-order come in. I was like, I want that in my crate, And if you become a premium member, you get free shipping after 14 beers per crate, plus early access. But that's like $100 a year. But that's where I get a lot of the early access beers are really weird, like 22.4% quadruple beers I get, which I need to review. I have like two Pappy Van Winkle barrel aged stouts that are over 20%, which are technically illegal to sell in Oregon, but because they're an outside distributor, they're allowed to sell to Oregon. Very weird, right? Yeah, I know. Anyways, I'm done with my beer. Let's go for a walk. I need to get out. I'm probably gonna end this pretty soon because I think I gotta go plan dinner or get dinner ready for the fam. All right. Any other questions? I'm at Luke. Yeah. All right. No one here. I don't know. You know, guys, I don't know what this tree does, but it smells when it blooms, and a lot of the fly. It doesn't attract bees. It attracts flies. I don't know what it is, but it attracts flies. But it looks pretty. I like the leaves. All right, hang on. Let's go review the old beer fridge again. Hang on a second. Let's go. What do we got here? Oh, yeah. We got to do low do. I got to do that review. That's a going to be a non-alcoholic substitute with THC. So a THC non-alcoholic substitute. It's a weird take, right? Speaking of Martin House, I have their Scare Bear Passion Fruit 10% sour. And Nuke Juice Banana Mango, too. Also by Martin House. Also their Salty Lady Michelada. Just what do we got here? God Complex. It's only 20.6%. Whatever. Only 20.6. That's fine. That's not malt liquor. Where's we got? Is this the Deal with the Devil? Batch number 1. Oh my gosh. Jamaican rum. Oh, Jamaican me crazy is what it is. Rum barrel aged barley wine style in Jamaican rum barrels. Batch number 1. Oh god. I need Jeff and Steve to come over here for this. There's just too many things. All right, Luke. Cheers, man. I totally understand that. I might go to the PDX hot sauce. I might have the time. Steve invited me with our friend. I don't know. I honestly don't know my time. I just don't know. I'm so tired. This is literally, I might have to start doing just lives now all the time because I'm so tired. That would be fun. Now, live at the hot sauce event, hot sauce and beer in Portland. That would be a cool video. What else we got? I don't know. I think that's probably about it. It's been over an hour. 50 minutes on this part, and I had to pause it because I had to go help my neighbor, and that was 20 minutes part of that. So I think I'm going to call it a good live, fun time. Thanks, guys. Thanks to everyone for chiming in and the chat. Luke, everyone, Sprite, you know who you are.
um, Uber. I gotta repaint my house. There's another $20,000. Yay. Anyways, so might not have to be able to buy beer for like, I don't know, 2 months. Anyways, all right, I'm gonna talk to you guys later. Love this. I'm hoping to do more. I really am. I'm trying. But I'm gonna see you guys later. See ya.